The story follows Cole Turner, a popular YouTuber known for his channel, Escape Real Life. His brand thrives on danger, extreme travel vlogs, risky dares, and death-defying stunts. He's got millions of followers and thrives off the adrenaline rush that comes from pushing every boundary imaginable. But his latest adventure will take him and his friends into a twisted game that turns their love for likes and views into a fight for survival. The movie opens with fast-paced cuts of Cole's YouTube videos, explosions, cliff jumps, close calls. He's charming, confident, and living a life his fans envy. But behind the lens, there's an emptiness. Cole has spent years building his online persona, and everything he does is for the camera. The adrenaline has become an addiction, not just to danger, but to the attention it brings. Cole decides it's time to up the stakes. For his 10th anniversary of vlogging, he wants to do something his fans will never forget. His team, his girlfriend Erin, and his close friends Dash, Thomas, and Samantha agree to join him on his biggest project yet, traveling to Moscow to experience an exclusive escape room experience rumored to be the most extreme in the world. At first, it's all excitement. The group arrives in Russia, greeted by luxury accommodations and exotic nightlife. They document everything, streaming constantly to Cole's massive audience. The tone is upbeat and high energy, until subtle cracks begin to show. Erin starts to worry that Cole's obsession with the channel is going too far. He reassures her, but it's clear his focus is entirely on his next big viral moment. In Moscow, they're introduced to Alexei, a mysterious and charismatic Russian who claims to run the escape room. He explains that his company caters to elite thrill seekers, offering hyper-realistic experiences that blur the line between game and danger. Cole is intrigued. He tells Alexei he wants something no one's ever seen before. That night, they explore the city. The locals are cold and cryptic. A few even warn them not to mess around in places they don't understand. One drunk stranger tells Cole that in Russia, some games you don't come back from. Cole just laughs it off. This is exactly the kind of local color that makes for great content. When they finally meet the driver who's supposed to take them to the escape room, they're blindfolded and transported to a nondescript building on the outskirts of the city. The sense of unease starts to build. Erin hesitates, but Cole convinces her to keep filming. Inside, they're stripped of their phones and personal items for security reasons. Alexei tells them it's part of the immersion. Cameras are hidden all over, recording every second. The friends are excited but nervous. The game begins lightheartedly, eerie lights, metal doors, Russian techno music echoing through concrete halls. They're instructed to find clues, solve puzzles, and escape before time runs out. But as they progress, the tone shifts drastically. Suddenly, the puzzles become violent. One of the group is locked into a cage filled with spikes that start to close in. Another is nearly drowned. The props, the blood, the screams look too real. Cole and the others start panicking, shouting that they want out. Alexei and his crew remain eerily silent. Then, Dash is taken into another room, and they hear a scream. When Cole and Erin rush in, they find Dash hanging lifeless from the ceiling, impaled. His eyes are open, his body limp. Cole is horrified, but the cameras are still rolling. At first, he thinks it's an elaborate prank. But when Thomas is dragged away, and they hear his bones crunch through a wall, the reality sets in. This isn't a game anymore. The group tries to escape, but every door leads to another trap. Erin pleads with Cole to stop filming and find a way out, but he can't let go of the camera. It's his only control, his lens between him and the horror. They stumble into a torture room, where a masked man forces Samantha into a brutal test involving electrical shock. Cole attacks the man, only to be beaten and restrained. The captors speak in Russian, arguing over whether to kill them now or let them finish the game. Each sequence grows more brutal and psychological. The game turns into a twisted commentary on Cole's obsession with fame. He's forced to watch as his friends are hurt, each death seemingly designed to punish his vanity and addiction to spectacle. Eventually, only Cole and Erin are left alive. They're separated and dragged into different chambers. Erin is strapped to a chair and forced to record a message for the followers, while Cole is beaten until he breaks. His blood covers the floor. He finally screams at his unseen captors, "This isn't a game." But the response chills him. A voice calmly replies, "For you, it always was." Cole manages to free himself after stabbing one of his captors with a sharp piece of rebar. He fights his way through the labyrinth, searching for Erin. The building is a maze of corridors, blood-stained walls, and flickering lights. When he finally finds her, she's unconscious, hooked up to a machine. The monitors show live feeds of his own past videos, his followers commenting things like, "This is insane," and "Best content ever." Cole realizes they've been broadcasting everything, his friends' deaths, the torture, to the dark web. He tries to wake Erin, but she doesn't respond. The captors close in. In a fit of rage and despair, Cole grabs a weapon and kills them all one by one. The violence is raw and chaotic, a complete breakdown of the cocky influencer persona. He stumbles outside, drenched in blood, screaming for help. No one answers. Eventually, he finds the exit, crashes through it, and runs into the empty streets of Moscow. He collapses, sobbing. Then, the camera cuts. The lights change. The door behind him opens, and out walks Alexei. Alive. Smiling. Behind him are all of Cole's friends, perfectly fine. Erin, Dash, Samantha, and Thomas, all unharmed. Cole is in shock. He looks around and realizes they're in the same building, but everything's changed. The blood is fake. The bodies were dummies. The Russian captors were actors. It was all part of the game. Alexei explains that the entire experience was an immersive horror prank, meticulously staged for Cole's anniversary special. Erin tearfully tells him they did it because he was always chasing danger. They wanted to give him a real scare, to make him feel something real again. The cameras had been recording everything for a massive surprise reveal to his audience. It was meant to end with a big gotcha moment. But the prank went too far. Cole is trembling, traumatized. He can barely process what's happened. Then he looks down and realizes his hands are still shaking, still covered in blood. The knife he used to defend himself wasn't fake. The horrific realization. As the crew congratulates each other, Cole drops the knife and everyone stares in horror. The people he stabbed earlier weren't actors using fake blood. They were real. The fake setup became a real massacre. Cole starts screaming, breaking down completely as the others realize the scale of what's happened.